What's going on, guys? This is Nick up at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee. I got a 1981 Corvette. It does have a convertible top. That was a conversion kit from a 75 model. This was built 20 years ago. It's been done for a long time and they did a good job. I'm gonna do a walk around, point out any kind of flaws I can find. Cool thing about this car, it's got a nice small block 350, runs smooth, has a really good drive terrain on it with cold air. I'm also doing a test drive video. I'll link it to this one at the end of this video so you can check it out. You can find out how it runs and drives, what it looks like in person. I'll try not to miss anything, and if I do, check out my pictures. MapleMotors.com has 100 detailed pictures available of this car and every car on the lot. I noticed right off the bat, a little bit of fading going on the bumper. I think some wax could take care of all that. Paint's been on here a while. Some light scratching going on the fender here. Same with up here. I think all that will come out. I don't feel, actually it's starting to rub off with my fingers. So yeah, a wax job would go a long way on this car. There's a little crack over here. That's not gonna come out with wax. Same little issues on the front. You can see where some bug marks were. Nice speed buff would help out. Little bubble under the stripes here. Also up under here. It's probably from the sun or some what they call chemical. Trying to make a pop up. This car is very reflective. You can see some right here as well. A lot of these little chemical bubbles popping up. A lot of little dimples on the paint job on the door here. I don't know if y'all could see that or not. I'll try to run through it. Paint chip around the lot. You see, I talk about in the test drive video, there being a little bit of a gap. That's what I mean right there. It's probably where they did the conversion. And that seems a little bit far back, but I haven't noticed any water in it, and we've washed it a few times. Couple bubbles popping up there. Looks like a little dent right there. The paint is far from perfect on this car. You see bubbles popping up pretty much all the way around it. Nothing major. You could drive it exactly how it is, because I'm sure this car's been painted for 15, 20 years. Spot right in here. There's a crack along the back here. It stops about right there. Got a nice set of tires on it. Good tread. Nice looking wheel. It's been polished up. Door handles are still in good shape. Over here we got the same gap. A little bit more just on the window part. Looks like somebody has waxed it in the last, I'd say, a month or two. They just didn't put any elbow grease in it. You can't just wax a car, you gotta push on it. There's a bubble in the hood there. Plastic down here's got a crack in it. It's actually rubber. I'll go ahead and pop this hood up. Interior's in good shape. Like I said, the AC works on this. It's a bit noisy on the outside here. Well, I did pull it. I'm gonna pull it again. I just gotta pull it all the way out. I only released one of the latches. These are very temperamental. See how it's just on the edge there? Make sure you push it back. I've had one of these hoods fall on my head multiple times. It's no fun. The seal around this has been on here a while. It's kind of hard. Small block 350, power steering, disc brakes. Old style compressor. It's probably why it's a bit noisy. Older compressor. Edelbrock card. I believe those are electronic headlights, which we'll try those. So I'm assuming they got rid of the vacuum. It's like a new fan. I was looking to see that they may have painted the motor. It may have a new water pump on it too. A lot of times if they're going to go ahead and do the fan, they might have had to do a water pump. But it does look like there's some fresh paint on there. You could see where they sprayed onto here after they put it on. All right, I'm gonna start her up, check the interior out, try to figure this top out. Door panel's in great shape. It's not all beat up, ripped, sun dyed. This seal around the door is still soft, and it's not all tore all up either, so. I think it's got power seats. Let's see if they work. Yep. Nice stereo system back there. It's the first time I've actually seen that. That looks good. what it looks like if you're sitting in it. Horn does work. It's pretty loud. Telescoping steering wheel with tilt. 17,000. See if I can get this light out of here somewhere. 270, 17,270. Starts up easy. I say that every time, and then I have to crank it twice. We got good temperature. I just went on a long test drive. It's been staying right at 290, 280, up and down. Oil pressure's at 40 at idle. Well, 35 now. 40 when it's cold. Gas gauge does work. Your battery gauge works as well. And you got an oil temp gauge here. Looks like it's coming out. Radio does work. That sounds good, especially with those speakers back there. AC does work. Cut her on. RPM gauges work, speedometer works, but the RPM gauge is off. If you're running down the road with about 2,500 RPM, it says you're doing 5,500 RPM. That's definitely not correct. Power windows work good. And like I said, the telescopic steering wheel with the tilt. Motor's nice and quiet. Like I said, that compressor motor's a little noisy. You can hear it making some noise over there, and I cut it off just so you can actually hear the motor. I'll cut it back on here in a second and show you. Motor's got good response. Harmonic balancer down there looks straight. Pretty healthy motor. I'm gonna cut the air on and show you the noise I'm talking about the compressor's making, just so you know when you get here. Well, that's normal. It's putting the motor under strain, and with an older air compressor like that. But the good thing is, that air does work. All right, guys, this is gonna conclude my walk around video. I did a test drive on it already. The car runs and drives great. I want you to check that out. I'll link it up at the end of this video, or you can check out our detailed pictures on our website, which is at weMainbsite.com. I got 100 detailed pictures of underneath, inside and out, any of those little bubbles, chips. And while I'm thinking about it, we'll try the headlights. If you want to talk to somebody on the phone, give us a call, 615-822-4444. I'm gonna put this hood down real quick. Hood shuts nice. We'll hit them headlights, see if they pop up. And they do come up. The car's vibrating because of the air compressor. There we go. feeling that air compressor pulling on it. They do work. Just watch them go back down. See if they'll come down with time, or just gonna have to help them. All right, so Jeff, my uncle over here, just informed me the lights do go down. So this is how they go up. You pull the light switch all the way out, they come up. And if you want them to go down, you put this switch into a half position and they go down. So I was over there fighting it, but that's how you do it. All right, on this convertible top, I'm gonna try to go ahead and get it down. There's two handles, two levers to pull. You pull the back up, and this is gonna pop up as well. Once this pops up, well, I have to lay this down because I didn't unhook in here yet. There's three levers in here you gotta pull down. You pull them down. And all this will fold back into the back. It does that, you pop these down. This should come down and latch securely. You want to push down on both sides so you don't have none of it sticking up, like this one's sticking up. It's all flush now, it looks good. I'll walk around it, let y'all check that out. Get you off the window here. It's nice and smooth. So we'll go ahead and try, well, that's a door lock. We ain't tried those. The door locks, power locks do not work. Or at least they don't on the passenger side. But yeah, there's two handles up under here. Let's see if I can show them to you. Those two handles there, one releases the top and one releases this deck lid. Very simple design. We're gonna head back to the lot. Now that I got the top drop, I'm gonna park it out front. Try this lock. Yeah, the door locks do not work. The power locks don't, at least. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. See what she looks like standing back here. I don't seem to want to let y'all go today. All right, guys, well, this is going to conclude my walk around video. Like I said, check out the test drive video. I try to give all the information about the car so that you know what it's about before you get here. We're going to be closed this Saturday for my wedding. I got to get married, guys, and we got my whole family working with us, so they're going to have to close the lot for us. I appreciate y'all watching, and thanks again, guys.